Hey, after weeks of using this every single day, I've got to tell you the truth. Once you experience what a display should feel like, there's no going back to anything weaker. The INNOCN 49-inch 240Hz curved ultra-wide is for the kind of person who already knows when visuals feel flat or sluggish, the kind of person who notices when a game doesn't feel immersive, or when your workflow feels cramped and slow because the screen just doesn't give you room to breathe. Before you go any further, check the current price and stock, because screens like this with top performance specs don't hang around and the numbers shift fast. You've had that moment, opening a battlefield map and feeling boxed in, watching workflows scroll horizontally as if you're scrolling around your tasks, or hunting for windows because there's just not enough space. That's the feeling that tells you you've outgrown compromise. You don't just want bigger, you want better, smoother, more fluid, and more immersive. From the first week with this monitor, the emotional shift was undeniable. You stop adjusting windows just to find room. You stop wondering if that extra screen would help. You open everything at once, programs, dashboards, timelines, and it just works. You feel in control instead of cramped. That's not hyperbole, that's the kind of comfort that changes your everyday. In real use, this shows up everywhere. Gaming feels expansive, the curve wraps you in the world instead of making you peer at a flat rectangle. High-speed action feels alive at 240 Hz instead of blur-ridden. Creative sessions feel more intuitive because you can see more of your timeline without scrolling. Spreadsheets and coding sessions stay wide and uncluttered. And when you use USB-C to hook up your laptop or docking station, everything feels connected instead of cobbled together. You don't just see the performance, you feel it. Animations aren't choppy, they're smooth. Colors pop. Transitions feel instant. The difference between okay and responsive becomes you never want anything else. That's the leap between tolerating your gear and enjoying it. Now let's be honest, waiting around for some future price dip or new model announcement usually means watching the perfect setup slip out of stock or balloon in price. That hesitation is the kind that leads to regret months later when you're still working against the limitations you already know you've outgrown. If you're thinking this might be more than you need, let me reframe that. That expansive workspace isn't overkill, it's freedom. It's the confidence that comes from seeing everything at once instead of hunting for windows. It's the fluidity of motion you don't have to dial down because your screen can't keep up. That's not just bigger, that's better. Every time you sit down, you'll feel this. Your field of view feels immersive and complete, your multitasking feels natural and effortless, your games feel smooth and alive, your workspaces feel large and uncluttered, your setup finally feels built for you in a couple realities. It's not meant for bargain bin expectations, it's not the smallest screen you'll ever see. Eventually the endless comparison loop just stops and you choose the display that already felt right the moment you saw it. So check the current price and stock now, make that decision with confidence. And don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and look back on wishing you'd made sooner. If you want performance that feels natural every time you power it up, this is where you take that step.